Hey folks, DC7 here, welcome back to Farming Simulator 2013 and the Bellevue map. So, we are, as I told you guys, we're going to run this guy hard mode with very little money, a minimum of equipment to start with, and as well, I have not supplied us any animals at all this time. So, we are, however, we are blessed with some fields that have crops in them. We may not actually own the particular fields that have crops in them, but from what I've seen so far, if a field's got a crop in it, and it looks like, okay, right, 17 and 18 are basically, and 14, 15, and 16 are 1. Where are we? We are okay, this is the 16, 15, 14 field combination. Okay, well, I see. Alright, so what we need to do, by guppies, is most immediately get onto our harvester and get onto our harvesting. So, I guess we need money, honey. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Kloss Harvester. Let's have a look. Ah! Oh! It looked like a hole in the floor. I thought I was seeing down to the ground. Just because the ground is gray, and I have really old, crappy eyes. Alright, I can, I'm okay. I'm okay. However, what I was going to say is the interior actually looks pretty good. I mean, not super detailed. I guess that doesn't really help. Wow, high beams and low beams. Very cool. One thing I have noticed with this combine, again, I don't know if it's this map or what, although I have my doubts, it just seems to be a behavioral function of it. Maybe it's even supposed to be that way. But when you start from a dead stop, you can actually hear it pick up a lot of revs before it'll start to move. It almost feels like it's stuck and yet doesn't. See what I mean? Well, I guess maybe you can't, but because you don't know when I'm actually pushing it, do you? Alright. So, let's have a look here, shall we? Oh, I hate those backup horns. What will get us a proper working mode? Key K. Okay, well, hey, that's a little different, but that works. Whoa, look at all the stuff going on here. We got lasers popping up and ladders moving and railings unfolding, and there we go, the auger's up now, and very nice. What do we got here? Disable chopper. No, we want, oh yeah, we don't want it to chop. Good thought. N. There we go. Alright. Let's go check out this field. I am quite looking forward to this. Oh, looks like I still have some lights on, doesn't it? Holy, this thing's got lights everywhere. Oh, I guess that last one was a pipe light, right? That's, I don't know if you guys can actually hear the volume, but I have to keep the game volume down, otherwise it becomes a little bit of an issue. But yeah, it's actually quite something the way this thing sort of cycles up before it'll actually start to move. Alright. Like I said, I've never actually used this particular harvester before. Let's lower that down and turn it on. Let's get up to harvesting speed. It doesn't do that if you use the automated. So that's kind of odd. Well, so far the head seems reasonably good because it's not floating, like the tractor's not drifting. Nice animations, look at that. Really nice. Cool. How's the interior looking? Good, good. I like that. Hey, not bad. Not a bad little choice for harvesters. Very cool. I think I picked this one up from the LS2013 site. They really seem to be improving. I know last year I used to check there. And then I decided, because I ended up with so many really horrible mods, that I would stay with simply FS UK and pretty much no one else. Has this got the little window? Oh, it does. That's so cool. But I've noticed, I'm not sure, I noticed a couple of different names up in the upper management area of that site, and it seems to have brought about some nice changes. Because they seem a pretty good site for downloads, and their download speed is not as atrocious as it used to be. So I would actually say a good place to look. And also, well, rather disappointingly, as far as my favorite FS download site being FS UK, you'll find LS2013 actually has a heck of a lot MR mods, a lot more. Finish your sentence, then end it. Oh, I tell you. Nice. This is doing a pretty good job. Ooh, she's not exactly quick on the rebacking up and... I don't think I pulled back far enough. It's been a while since I've tried doing it from inside a cab of such a big one of these. I have another one which we'll try out later once we get a little bit more dollary, but I found a new John Deere. Again, not one that I have used before by any means. So, the last John Deere mod one I found, actually, I found it to be kind of a hideous looking thing. I wasn't all that fond of it. It was like this giant box, you know. Like, I mean, literally everything about it was square. It had no definition to it. Just, I mean, the mod was done well. The model was done well, I'm sure. The green on it was a little bit kind of flat, and that really didn't help the, like I say, the absolute boxiness that was the way the mod looked. So, well, this is going so far so good. Not bad. I mean, we're not zooming along, but then again, expect an MR that, you know, speed ain't gonna be your friend. So you might as well just adjust to it. There is an IC on board here, but I don't know while I'm zipping down the row if that's the best time to have a look at it. When we get to the end here, we'll check out what the IC will do for us. I hope I'm not missing any. I'm trying to be greedy, eh? Get the very edge of the cutter. Don't want to waste any of them precious teeth. Darn. Oh, need a sip of my coffee here. Yep, still afternoon, I can drink coffee. I'm afraid you find when you get old, if you drink coffee any later than supper time, you're probably going to regret it at about 2 or 3 in the morning. I mean, not that I'm that old, I'm only like, you know. A little ancient. Okay, let's see what the IC. What do we got here? Ooh, additional cameras. There you go. So it's got the camera mod. There's our straw trail. There's the pipe. I think that's like right out the straw chute. Oh, there's the corner of the... Wow, so we can actually use that. Ooh, and the other corner. So all 5 cameras. Wow. Cool. What else we got here? Anything? 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 Nothing there? No, nothing there? No, didn't expect it. That's cool. Anything up here? Oh. Well, the one that it does have is pretty cool. What are we doing here? Oh, right. I want to go that way. So, yeah, I'm going to carry on with this. 25% after a couple of rows. Well, it's not exactly startling, because generally these fields are not fertilized. So, never know, it might be. I know some of the map makers actually do. They put, I mean, it is just a plane that you add on there. You don't have to go over and physically fertilize the fields. You know, you just simply add that layer when you're editing onto the map. I've actually been playing around with the editor. It's not as complicated a piece of equipment as one might think. As an editor, I mean, completely different if you're going to start doing modeling, like 3D modeling. If I wanted to build my own harvester or something, that's completely different. And you need to have like Studio Max or Maya or some other 3D modeling software incorporated. But as far as just taking a map like this, it's not that difficult, you know? It's really not. I think probably the most complex thing is pretty much the most complex thing in most video games, which is learning the controls. And as it uses most of the same hotkey controls as we've been using since pretty much Windows XP, you know, Control V to paste, blah blah blah, that sort of hotkeys. Even that isn't that tough to get used to, so the editor's pretty cool. You know, like the original Hagenstadt map and putting up with those trees on the corners of the map, I wouldn't hesitate now to go in and take them out. Oh, excuse me. You know, I'm a little hesitant about trying to create a map, I'll tell you that much, but, you know, as far as something like popping a couple of trees out of the scenario, I think I'm pretty confident I could do that. I've worked on a couple of little practice maps, moving a few fences and stuff further apart, and that sort of thing, and yeah, as I say, it seems pretty reasonable, you know. Whoops. Come on. A little too exuberant there, buddy. Just a little too much. Alright. Right on track. So, you can see that this is Hagenstadt. You know, I mean, if you look at it, this part of it, you can tell kind of what's been what, but like I said, you can also tell that the terrain itself has been sculpted, and that's why this is a good edit. As much as anything else, that's why I feel it's a good edit. This section back here, yeah, it used to be the same three fields that it's showing on the map, right? Oh, sorry, 14, 15, and 16. But they were dead flat. Right, this whole area was exactly as flat as the parking lot. And it wasn't until you got to that far end of the field that you could take the little road up the hill. Right, so, and that's everywhere on the map. Like over there where our sales building is, that was a steep, steep hill with that same road running around it. So, and that kind of terrain editing isn't terribly difficult either, but getting it to work really well and then laying the fields in, nice job. Like I said, I'm quite happy with what I've seen so far on this map. I think we're going to have fun with it. And starting hard mode with not exactly the best gear. I mean, this is a decent harvester. It's also probably the best piece of equipment we've got on this farm right now, so... And it's going to have to do us a long while, let me tell you. A long while indeed. But I mean, even here, you know, the different texturing of the roads and stuff on the side of it, it looks pretty darn good. So, I mean, he's using the original buildings. He got rid of all the useless ones, but these are the same sheds. He's just multiplied them and put them in places where they actually do us some good. Of course, I added the little holder for the head and stuff, but that's just a prep in the map. But, like I said, I also, this time around, have not added any animals. So we are going to have to buy all of our animals when we can afford to. Usually I start us with 20 of each. As you can see here, new. Alright. Now, simplest thing would be to run some water up to the piggies, because that would start to insta-spark our piggies. The chickens, actually, well, we have a little bit of money. You know what? I'm going to buy 5 chickens. Reason being, the sheep and the cows, we can use the breeders and actually get a couple. Now, it takes days and days and days and days. So we'll also buy some on the side. But the chickens, they only start you with a rooster. So anyway, I'm going to buy us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chickens. There. But the expensive stuff, the cows, the sheep, we will get the breeders up and running. I believe there are 3 sheep breeding houses and 3 cattle breeding houses. Again, I put those in before I started the map. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, it seems to me in Glenmalure that the entire time I was there, we only ended up breeding, I believe at the end we actually had 4 cattle we bred and either 6 or 8 sheep. But that wasn't over a lot of days, and Glenmalure was a very small map. I really hope Steve's next map is a little bit bigger, just simply so it takes a little longer, you know. Other than buying a couple of fields, we've pretty much dealt with it all. So. But anyway, guys, I've probably rambled on long enough. First time around here, this is all I'm going to do, is harvest this field and empty it into the tipper and see how it goes from there. So, hope you enjoyed our first little go. No harvesting's not the most exciting thing we can do, but we do have to start because we are starting hard mode. And I will make sure we're not going to be storing lots of grain and stuff either, not like we usually get to do. We're going to have to sell stuff as soon as we get it. So I will let you guys see how that goes as well. But until next episode, this has been Species 7. Take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.